Okay. So, back to 9-2, we're going back in time a little bit. We've dealt with quadratics, figuring out how to solve them algebraically with equations. Now we're going to look at their graphs. Okay, so a quadratic looks like this. It's going to be U-shaped. It's going to be facing up or facing down. Okay, if it faces up, that means that this A term is positive. Okay, so if it's facing down, what's the A term going to be?
Negative.
Negative. Okay, now they're asking us to find the zeros of each quadratic function and the axis of symmetry and vertex. So the vertex is at the point here. And that is our vertex. That's either going to be the highest point in the graph or the lowest point. Okay, what's this one?
Lowest.
Okay, it's going to be the lowest. Think of it if you're on a roller coaster, right? You're going, woo. This would be your lowest point. This would be your highest point. So that's the vertex. The zeros are going to be where it crosses the x-axis. Okay, so the 0 here is -2, 0. Over here it's 2, 0. Okay, so those are our zeros. There's E on the zeros now. Okay, so that one and this one. And then the axis of symmetry. The axis of symmetry is through the vertex. Okay, and it represents an invisible line that if you folded, imagine it as a piece of paper, if you folded that over on the axis of symmetry, okay, if they would reflect upon each other. So this would touch that other side. If we were, imagine if this was wet paint on a paper and you folded it over, it would create this other line. Okay. So axis of symmetry. And who could tell me, does anyone know the equation for this line here?
Y equals ax squared plus bx plus c.
Okay, so if we look at the different points here, let's say this point there, that would be over 0 up 1, right? This point over 0 up 2, this point over 0 up 3. What do those all have in common? 0 for x or for y? For x, right? So the axis of symmetry of the line is x equals 0. If you ever forget how it works, plot some points and you'll see, oh, okay, my x is always 0, so that's going to be the equation of that line. Okay, questions? All right, I want you guys to do 1B. So list all these things, axis of symmetry, zeros, and the vertex.
Bye, James.